Welcome, everybody, to another Nerd Corner Cosplay Spotlight. Hi there, everybody. I am your host, Jay Poole, and today I am joined by...
Oh, that's my part.
That's
Oh,
your part.
Ben Lawson. Yeah.
Hi there. And what name do you go by in cosplay terms?
Teal.
Teal. Okay. So you are Teal Cosplay. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And tell the viewers how you got into cosplay, and when did you get into cosplay?
Well, that's kind of a very long and storied history. I used to do medieval reenactments for well over a decade. Um, and at some point, I just kind of transitioned into the cosplay community. And I remember my first actual cosplay was Marshall Lee from Adventure Time back in about 2015. But I'd been going to cons prior to that, so I uh, I just kind of embraced it and kept going from there.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you were, did you go to a lot of the Renaissance festivals, and
Oh,
do that?
yeah, I've done that and more so.
I try not to miss them every year, so I go like maybe 5 or 6 times a year myself.
Yeah,
It's
I
always
actually
it's
like
always good
the one.
time.
I actually like the one up in Las Vegas more than I like the Phoenix one. Um, because every little camp is themed off of its own premise.
Hmm.
And so you could walk into like a Mad Max town or like a Middle English high court. Like it's a mixed bag. You have no idea what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, definitely. I heard also of like the Colorado one is like one of the second biggest ones in the U.S. and it's like takes like a whole day just to traverse the whole thing. But so if you want to go to see the whole thing, just make sure to do like Saturday and Sunday because it's split by a river, and it's just this really large piece of land that they have for the Renaissance Festival. So
Yeah,
yeah,
like I appreciate the fact that we have a static site down here, but I like the variety, you know?
yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, what cosplays do you normally like cosplay? I know right now no one is cosplaying currently because of reasons
Yeah.
and lockdowns. Um, but I'm not going to say it. But you can say it. I'm not going to say it. But yeah, what cosplays do you normally cosplay at conventions?
Um, I mostly do female characters. Um, but I'm expanding. Like my hair was being grown out to play Mr. Gold, but Phoenix Fan Fusion shut down this year, so I don't get to play that. But it's nice not having to wear a wig, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. But in my case, like it sucks because a lot of my friends, I only get to see them at these events, like every so often because they're all different parts of the valley or sometimes out of state and stuff. So when these events happen, they all come in and come to the convention. You're like, "Hi, I haven't seen you in like forever," and it's like now I have to wait a whole year to see you.
Right. Yeah, that's a disappointing thing is like, oh, I prepaid for Fame Fusion and Sabaton, and Cody, be quiet. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, I prepaid for both of the two biggest events we have in this state, and they both shut down. And so it's now I'm just sitting here like twiddling my thumbs, just waiting for the next one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that Tayu. I don't know. Have you been to Tayu before? TayuCon?
Yeah, my first Taiyu was this year actually.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm hoping that that's still on because that's usually the first weekend of the new year that usually they have every single year. So I'm crossing my fingers on that one because it's one of those conventions that's a start for me for the convention season.
Yeah. Well, I know you as a photographer. Oh, Cody, it's okay. But you as a photographer, like, yeah, I'm sure you probably make bank off of that.
Well, I wouldn't say bank off of that. I don't charge very much in my for my shoots, but I still make I still have lost a lot of money um, as a photographer, not just for convention events, but weddings and graduation photos and birthday celebrations, and the list goes on and on. So that's my secondary income, which sometimes that can also be my primary income because sometimes I can make way more than even my regular job.
Yeah. No, I get that. My ex-fiance, our spare bedroom was actually the master bedroom, and she had a photo studio in there. My computer was kind of pushed into the side just so she could, shoot some photos in there and charge a hefty sum.
Oh yeah, definitely. So what have you been doing during this whole lockdown, which seems to be never ending?
Well, I am a professional cook, and so everybody, like, I laugh my butt off when I hear people are making bread. It's like I have a dozen recipes in my own personal cookbook on how to make bread, soda bread, beer bread, whatever. Um, I've just been cooking, trying to exercise so that I don't get too fat, and yeah, just waiting it out.
Oh yeah, and all the gyms are closed again. So my I have some friends who are also like cosplayers and photographers, and they just like put their money together and decided to buy some gym equipment and store it at one of their other friends' houses because they just cleaned out their garage. So it's like they go over there, it's their own personal gym now. But yeah, it kind of sucks for people that go to the gym just for to get away and get out and do something, and now they can't even do that.
Yeah, I have zero metabolism now, so I got to keep on top of my weight gain.
Oh, ditto, ditto. I literally just pulled up like in on Facebook Memories. It shows you pictures like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and when I first got my like Spider-Man cosplay like 3 years ago, I looked good in it, and I'm like, now that I put it on, I'm like, oh, good lord, I have a stomach. Oh no, I need to really get rid of that. So yeah, I look like not really overweight, but I look like like I drank a lot of beer and I have a tummy now. So I really need to get rid of that. I,
You're like the Into the Spider-Verse. You're not the Peter Parker you wanted to be.
no, I'm
You're
not.
fat sweatpants one.
I just wear sweats with that spider suit.
That is a good Spider-Man, though. I
Yeah.
love that Peter Parker.
Oh yeah, and Into the Spider Verse is an incredible film in general. So
Yeah.
so
Well, I
oh go
do
on.
like your by the way, your Deadpool pillow dress.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just photoshopped that. Um, well, apparently, because I just found out like at the beginning of this week that there's a new trend going around. Apparently, I'm completely out of the loop on trends lately, but there's this thing called the pillow dress challenge where people are dressing up like they're going out in the town with like, but it's just a pillow with a belt around it. So women will be wearing like their best heels and everything, and all has their all makeup and their hair done, but just a pillow. Or guys will be just doing that. I saw some guys actually dress up, with heels, and then they have like makeup on and holding a purse, and it's just like okay. But yeah, it's apparently a challenge. I did not know about this, but it's apparently a challenge, and I completely missed it. And so I only found that out because I was scrolling through YouTube, and I'm like, oh, that's a thing. Oh wow, where have I been? Because I try to keep up with a lot of these challenges, like not the stupid ones. They're like, yeah, we'll risk our lives by doing this, but more like the, oh, that's cute, that's safe, That won't kill anybody.
Yeah. No, I had no fucking idea. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to
No, no, no.
swear
You
on
can
this.
swear. You can swear.
Okay. I had no effing idea what the pillow challenge was until you posted that.
And you look it up, like, oh, what is this?
Right?
If you want to show anything, just get really, really long body pillow.
Yeah, get a body pillow waifu.
And it's like, well, there was not supposed to be any nudity on here, and you picked a waifu body pillow with nudity. Oh no. Speaking of that, I haven't been able to find a Yoko Littner one in like forever. Like, I go to like so many anime conventions and no one has one. So,
I I'm not interested. I like no judgment. I just not interested.
I mean, the adult Yoko, not the teenage Yoko. That'd be weird.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I had to get one, it'd probably be Aqua.
Ah,
But she is useless. I agree with the fandom.
I have,
Any
yeah, I have so many friends that I share hotels with. It's just like they bring in their body pillows with them. It's like they're they're waifu body pillows, and I'm like, I shouldn't bring a blacklight with me because that would just be. Oh no,
yeah.
you don't watch that, do you? Uh,
Oh God.
but there's a reason why they make body pillows. So
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
I have a friend and she has a Loki body pillow. So
Like Marvel?
Marvel,
Like
like Marvel Loki, but
or
yeah,
yeah.
but he's more sexualized on the pillow, so it's drawn in such a way
Uh-huh.
where yeah, he's showing his bare chest and everything. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Get that. Like yeah. Had a girlfriend one time that was into that guy. Yeah.
So when the conventions return finally, let's hopefully in 2021, will be the conventions that you are most likely to go to?
Um I'm kind of done with Blue Ribbon Army. Um Monkey Paw uh is way more up my alley. Like they're genuine, they don't fuck around. Um but Blue Ribbon Army has screwed me over more than once.
The group, because the group's not officially anymore with PFF or Phoenix Fan Fusion. They used to be, but then they had to because of conflict of interest. Uh,
Yeah.
the CEO of the Phoenix Fan Fusion had to step down from there because otherwise it's conflict of interest. So
Um,
it's more of a fan group now.
okay.
Yeah.
That wins some points for me. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Personally, for
But
me, I stepped away from the group. So because of some internal conflict recently, but I'm not going to get into that because I personally don't want to bring drama into any podcast unless it's all about that, and I normally don't have any podcasts about that. So
yeah. Well, for me, I worked security for about 3.5 years, and so I was there at 2017, and the TLDR is I can recognize from a distance when a company is just hiring security for the insurance write-off
yeah.
and nothing else.
Well, and to not really bring up drama, but for several years, I have friends that started security and volunteering for Phoenix, well, at the time Phoenix Comic Con, uh, when they were over in Mesa, and even before that. But especially in Mesa, and coming all the way up to the Phoenix Convention Center. And they, it was always volunteer security, but these people had been working for such a long time on, and they had a process. And then when they decided we're just going to go now with convention security, where they, just the convention center itself, that's their security. These people only have so much training, and they only know so much about props and weapons, what's real, what's not real, where things are located, and what to ask for. Apparently, the guy that entered the building with the weapons, he walked around for like a couple hours, and no one even questioned him. Like, are those real? Are those peace bonded? So yeah, there was a lot of lack of communication and also training when it came to, hiring these, convention security guards compared to like the volunteer staff that they used to have.
Yeah. No, they had three peace bonding stations, and they were set up in weird areas on that day.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
That's why he got there. That's how he got through the checkpoints.
yeah,
Was
he
because
got to through a side door that wasn't locked too.
yeah,
No, I walked up
like
to one of the convention security guards and I asked them, "Do you know where the peace bonding station is?" He's like, "I think it's down the hall that way." And he's like, and I said, "You think?" And it was all the way down by registration, all the way down but it was down that hallway when you enter the entrance on the left side of the building, and it's like it should be right at the door. It shouldn't be all the way down by like in visual, like I can see the peace bonding station. I couldn't. I had to go all the way down the hall near registration just to get to the peace bonding station, and that shouldn't be. And also, the security guards should know where the peace bonding stations are.
yeah. Well, some of them were behind pillars, and like what pissed me off the most was not just their ineptitude, was because they pointed fingers at the cops, the security guards, everybody but themselves.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot. There was a lot of missteps. Especially when their PR came out. The person that was running their PR, unfortunately, that was their first year too.
Yeah.
Um,
And so
yeah,
I really like Monkey Paw because they actually handled their shit. You know?
yeah, and they're still run. And they still have volunteers. Um, the way Phoenix has gone, they've decided to go to a paid model on instead of volunteer. They go like, well, we'll pay the people. Problem is, they went down over 60% of their original staff. Like when Phoenix came back, and it was just it just blew up in their face. It's like, no, that this is the reason, because you don't have the staff you need to also help out with the guests, help out with the media guests for that matter, and also help out with like security. Even if you're working convention security, there was usually somebody in the staff that would come over and inform security on how to do this and this and this and what to look for, and there just wasn't enough people.
Yeah. No, they skimped. I mean, I met you for the first time. I had known your name, but I met you for the first time up in Flagstaff at Kokori.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like I was given next to no rules,
it's a small con.
but
It's a small con, so it's like
yeah,
we had people from the hotel wandering in the back. They had no idea what was going on. So
yeah. No, it was a fun con. I definitely enjoyed it and plan on going to the 2021 Kokori.
yeah, I consider it a vacation con because it is like like my favorite hotel to go to because it's giant. Like the rooms are huge, and it's just one of those type of cons where you just kick your feet back, enjoy the cool air, and hopefully get some really good pictures. And I was hoping for snow this year, but it never came.
Well, there was some snow on the ground,
Some snow,
but
yeah, just hiding in the
I
shadows.
I I was surprised when I went up there because I'm like, $130 a night? Yeah, fuck that. But when I got up there, I'm like, wait, this floor is like 4 times the size of my hotel room across the street. And they have a staircase? There's another floor on top of this?
Yep.
What? Little America is ritzy as hell.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they used to be more retro looking, but they did a lot in the last like 5 years. They did a lot of reconstruction and just to be more modern on the inside at least, but just keep that outside like looking like it always has. But now they have like 50-inch televisions and giant, really nice bathrooms and like if we needed to, we could stuff like 2 or 3 people in a bathroom and have them sleep there. It's one of those. I've been in hotels where literally I was in the sleeping in the bathtub.
Yeah, yeah, I've done that. The con staff room was like 208 or whatever the hell it was. Like they actually had a full refrigerator. What the shit?
Yeah, it's a nice place. They don't skip on the amenities. And the restaurant's nice. I try not to go to the main restaurant too much. It's I wouldn't say pricey, but if I want to save money, I just want some food. I just go to the gas station.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, there's one in the parking lot. So,
yeah, definitely.
by
So,
the way,
oh,
anybody listening to this, if you find yourself up in Flagstaff and you see on tap historic, go ahead and like order a pint of that. It's freaking delicious.
ooh, nice. What is it in it?
It's a porter beer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, very, very chocolatey.
Chocolate beer.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right, so do you happen to have a cosplay page?
Um, I do. I'll shoot you a link in text to like, link it.
Yeah,
Right now it's mostly like cooking stuff
mostly cooking
because it's
spot.
just fun.
Yeah. What, do you also have an Instagram too, or is that it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, unless you have like a personal photographer or or you just shoot yourself. Not very many cosplayers are actually shooting out new pictures. It's like here's a picture from 2 to 3 years ago when cons were happening.
I imagine if I shoot myself, a few people would be very disturbed.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping that this thing ends near the end of the year so that we can get back to normal. Hopefully we'll have a vaccine by then. Apparently it takes a little over a year for these things to actually you know get made. So
Uh, get me started on that crap. I've been tested twice. I'm still negative.
good job.
Uh,
Good. But yeah, yeah, I'm good. Everyone around me is good. So for now, we never know. But yeah, I'm wearing my mask. I'm wearing my Deadpool cosplay when I go shopping. I was out the other day and like constantly stopped while I was shopping for pictures. It was really funny. Um, but yeah, every time
I, I keep making the joke, like, can I wear my Batman cowl? It's a face mask.
it's a face mask. Well, I think yeah. I mean, if you get a cosplay, you could do Red Hood. That's a full shell of mask.
Oh, I'm considering the Red Hood. I have to buy the motorcycle jacket
Yeah,
and do the Red Hood.
it's a badass cosplay, but that worked. Black mask can work. Let's see what other cosplays. Mr. Freeze would probably be an interesting one because it's just a dome like thing over your whole head, so you can see all over. You don't have any. It's it's just an idea in the sense of like, oh well, we're stuck in this situation. We have to wear masks, so why don't we make it cool? All those cosplayers are going.
Well, you have to understand, J. Cole. I already own a Batman cowl.
Yeah,
So it's just like it's everything but the mouth.
yeah, everything but the mouth. It's like when bad guys are shooting at him, like just aim for his mouth. His mouth is not protected.
But yeah, I I'm gonna do a red freaking Red Skull mask pretty soon.
Oh, that's
Have to
cool.
buy the jacket. Burlington usually has summer sales, so I'll probably go there.
That's fantastic. Nice. Yeah, it's interesting when I see some of my friends still doing cosplay. I had a friend that did a photo shoot recently in a studio that I thought would be closed right now, but apparently it's not. But she just did a Catwoman, like a Batman Returns Catwoman photo shoot recently, and it was badass. So looking forward to seeing all those
Wait,
edited photos.
Batman Rises or Batman Returns?
Batman Returns.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, the Michelle
So
Pfeiffer, the Michelle Pfeiffer
older,
Catwoman.
like older gray hair, like bit chubby. Yeah.
No, 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 no. No, not that one. It was the movie, not the comic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
No, I like that Catwoman.
Yeah,
That's the best one.
the costume is all stitched together, so you have all those stitches and everything. And but
Yeah, and zippers everywhere.
yeah, my friend owns several like I call them stripper shoes, but really tall platform high heels. So that's what she wore. And my friend brought in her Lollipop Lyra, which is a Lyra is just a big metal hoop, and it's hung by on from the ceiling, and then you do stunts on it. You do little like tricks on it and stuff. Well, this one is it's kind of like a stripper pole, but it has a Lyra on top of it, so you can spin around it and everything. It's really cool. If you're going to put it in your home, you need a really wide base for it, but the pictures, what I saw preview wise, it looks pretty cool, and I can't wait to see all the photos coming out of that. So yeah, for me, I'm a Marvel fan, but I also grew up on DC, so I was more of a DC like media fan than Marvel fan when I grew up, because everything that Marvel came out was kind of chintzy and uh, very, I would say, it was just bad compared to DC. Like you had Superman and Batman and anything else that came out with Marvel. It's like, hey, are we going to do a Fantastic Four movie? You shouldn't come out with it. No, don't come out. And they never did. But I
So,
did see it. I did see the movie, and it's.
so you're a '90s kid like me, huh?
Well, I mean, I was born in the mid '80s, so it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, DC ruled animation for a long
It's
freaking period.
it's still, in my opinion, rules as far as animation wise, as far as their like shorts and everything that they've released. I think you can get that in the DC Universe app, but uh, they're dark and they're more mature. They're not really for kids. Uh, a lot of them are like PG-13. And then you also have a lot of the DC animated movies that they've released, and those are really good too. I love Flashpoint. Flashpoint was awesome.
Oh, that story alone, like, there's no bad way to tell that story. Like Flashpoint Paradox. Oof.
No, you definitely. And I keep hearing. I don't know if this has been officially like confirmed, but I keep hearing that they are talking with Michael Keaton to play uh, Thomas Wayne. So that would be cool if that happened.
Uh, yeah. I mean, not a deal breaker or a sealer for me. It's just I I really like that story. You know, you have the opportunity to change time. Do you? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Or should
I
you?
I,
Should
I
you?
completely fucked that up. I'm gonna go back in time and erase this.
Well, in a sense, when you look at like the Flash and understanding like infinite Earths, like when he went back, he just created an alternate parallel Earth, and yeah, that's what happens. I love the all like the multiple Earth theory,
Yeah.
like multiple universes. Every action we make creates another universe in itself, parallel to each other, constantly creating more and more. I could go on and on about that type of science.
Yeah. I really like um the CW verse, but even though I'm a little behind
Oh
on
yeah,
the series. But
it's constantly expanding. I mean, they're going to be. I think they picked up Swamp Thing. Yeah, they picked up Swamp Thing because it got canceled at the the DC Universe app. They yeah, that's not doing so well, unfortunately. Um, they and they the DC Universe app also just lost Stargirl because that originally premiered on there and then went to the CW like a day later, and now for the second season it's just gonna be exclusively on CW. So I don't know.
so it's kind of like what's her tits? Huntress?
Oh,
You know what I'm
Huntress.
talking about, right?
Um,
The black chick who can mimic animals. I can't remember her name.
minerals. Hmm.
Animals.
Oh, do you say animals? Oh, um, no, that she's still on the. Are you talking about Vixen?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, Vixen.
Yes.
No, Vixen is part of the CW verse. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, she only got like a limited one season run.
Yeah, yeah. That was unfortunate because I actually liked her character, and then they brought in her ancestor to be on, which in my opinion is one of the best CW shows that they have currently. Is Legends of Tomorrow, and the reason I say that is because they don't take themselves seriously at all. So at one point they could be super like comedic and goofy and having the weirdest like time, and then you switch over and it's Constantine banishing demons, and you're like, okay. Or it's Constantine going over to Earth 666 and meeting up with Tom Ellis's Lucifer, and you're like, wait a minute, wait a minute, Lucifer's in this universe, yes, which was epic in my
I
opinion.
I I liked that show quite a bit because they're just like the Z-list freaking superheroes.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. It's like nobody took them seriously, and they go like, "Oh yeah, nobody will remember us if we die or anything else like that." But yeah, but it's cool that you could bring on somebody like Constantine because it does change the dynamic a bit because you're dealing with more of a serious tone, and you're dealing with somebody who might sleep with any of the crew members.
Well, Constantine is a random element unto himself. Like he used to have his own series, and then they just scooped up the same actor and the same character.
Oh yeah, they use him in
And
the animation movies too. Anytime
yeah,
he's now in any and the funny thing is because there's a lot of DC movie or animated movies, and they don't usually stick with the same voice actor for these movies, but anytime Matt Ryan is available for Constantine, they always scoop him up to voice Constantine, and he also is live action Constantine. So that's I guess they have a lot of faith in his character and his voice as well. But I watched that whole NBC show, and NBC squandered Constantine. They just didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of no different than Marvel, where, like, remember, Iron Man is technically the first Marvel movie. You
Well,
know that,
yeah.
yeah?
Well, technically, the first MCU, like the beginning of the MCU. I mean, they had like they had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man before that. They had Blade. Blade was Marvel, but it wasn't part of the current Marvel Cinematic Universe. So
But, like, Captain America was Paramount. Hulk wasn't even fucking Marvel.
well, it wasn't officially Marvel because I think it's technically still licensed to another studio, which that's why they can't do a solo movie with him. They can do a team up, but they can't do a solo movie currently because they need to buy the rights back from Hulk because they have the rights now to Ghost Rider, Fantastic Four, the X-Men, all because of the whole Fox deal.
Yeah.
So pretty soon Disney will own Warner Brothers probably.
Well, that's what's screwing over Spider-Man right now, is, like, the whole Fox deal.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, before we get to the end of this interview, do you have any other things you would like to promote, like any like you said you do a lot of cooking, so your page does it have like a lot of recipes or a lot of things that you have recently cooked?
Just end results. If I had to promote anything, I'm sure most of the audience has Disney Plus. Um, Hamilton is very, very good.
It is very good, and a lot of people can't get tickets to it because Broadway's closed. But even before that, they couldn't get tickets to it.
Yeah, it was thousands of dollars, but Hamilton, like, I laughed, I cried, I enjoyed the entirety of it. And so, if anybody has even a debit card that they could sign up for a free trial on, um, go watch Hamilton.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It's also really good. Like I would love to, see it if it ever came down here, but live. But yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to get tickets. It'd be like on sale, gone in 5 minutes. Oh no.
Yeah, people were scalping tickets for like a grand at least.
No, I've seen them go for way more than that. Like on Broadway, they will like empty your account with the amount of money they want for like just middle like of the seat tickets, like not even front row. It's like, oh, wow, like people will pay it depending on if they have the money in their account. But yeah, it's yeah, check out Hamilton on Disney Plus. All right, so we've come to the end of our interview, and like I said, this is Teal Cosplay. Check him out. You're on Facebook, right? Like, you have a Facebook page? Like,
Correct.
okay, all right, definitely, and check him out. And hopefully in the future, I'll be able to like when you get your cosplays done. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some shoots done with you. That'd be cool, and get some cool photos out of those.
Well, you've already done one
I've
for my
done it.
Doctor Who.
I've done it, but I wasn't in a really controlled lit area. I need a better like next time if we do shoot, it's going to be hopefully in a darker area or near like the evening because it was way too bright that day, and I didn't have enough controlled lighting, and so I like controlled lighting when I can actually control where the flash goes and everything. Otherwise, it has to compete against the sun. So. So yeah, definitely. I would love to do a photo shoot with you in the future, and we get some photos down. But for right now, we are in lockdown, so hopefully everybody is doing okay, and they are surviving. Hopefully, all mental health check is very important. Make sure that you check in with your friends on Facebook every once in a while, because that's important. That's important, especially in this time when everybody needs to be. Usually, they're at conventions, seeing each other, and right now they're not, and they're at home, not knowing what they're going to do. So yeah, hope you guys are doing all okay, and thank you, Ben, for coming on to Cosplay Spotlight and having a little conversation with me about your cosplay and how you got into it. And hopefully, I'll see you in the future at future conventions when they happen and when they occur.
Thank you for bringing me on.
Definitely, definitely. All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And remember to enjoy your chimichanga.